heel. And so a little early injury setback for the Jets. Obviously, Bernie, with this team, I don't know if they're snake bit or snake swallowed at this point, but gosh, it seems like Coach Allen has been dealing since that 2018-2019 year. But it seems like every year the Jets have been getting a little nicked up, and it's a little frustrating.
Yeah, every team has a little adversity. You just don't like to see it, right from the jump start. And Newman seems to have that curse or whatever you want to call it, snake bit. But like we talked about in sports, it's all about next man up.
And Coach Allen said, not exactly a terrible thing. Some guys are going to get opportunities to play, and there's one right there making his first start as a Jet is Chris Mitchell, freshman from Green Bay, Wisconsin, averaged 16 points per game last year for Notre Dame Academy. Ian Lee also going to get the start today, his first of the season. Obviously, he played in 27 games last year, started 23 of them for the Jets, and was the Jets' number 3 scorer at 10 points per game. Kaleem Bennett is a newcomer for the Jets this year, a transfer from Western Texas College. A transfer in from the University of the Incarnate Word, Thomas Zedgaris will be the big guy inside. For the Jets, Chuka Meckham has played significant time early in the year. He is also going to be held out with a rolled ankle. He is not suiting today. And another guy, Stevie Smith, he is out with a torn ligament in his pinky. So he is not available 3 to 4 weeks for him. He has actually got that bandaged up with a cast. And that's your injury report, brought to you by Dr. Brennan Lucas and Advanced Orthopedic Associates, the official team surgeon of Newman Athletics. Coach, how about your keys to victory? Brought to you by Mel Hamilton Ford at the big corner of Kellogg, 119th Street West, and online at MH4.com.
I'm a quote Coach R.J. Allen. Play hard, play smart, play together.
The Jets are in the powder blues, Newman across the chest in red. The navy numbers, red and blue trim on the sides of the shorts. Sterling is in their road grays. Sterling across the chest, arch lettering with their red numbers, navy trim and navy trim on the numbers. The tip is won by Elias Goga. He is the big man, 6'10", 205 from Rwanda. And Sterling will have it right to left as we did. And Latique Murphy steps in front of a Warrior pass. And so the Jet defense, 1 for 1, they get a stop on the first possession of the game.
You like to see active hands out there, and everybody's moving, working together.
Looks like Sterling opens up in man-to-man to begin the game. Zepgaras, international matchup here. Double step through move, and the fadeaway hook shot. It's a European going against an African there, so a little international flair. It's Zepgaras wins the early battle.
Yeah, I like the up and under, the good pace, get the ball inside. Looks like he can be effective down there.
2-0 Newman on Zepgaras, and there's an early pickoff by Bennett. Bennett one-on-one to the rack. The layup, yes! Kaleem Bennett with the early steal and score, and the Jets are off to a 4-0 start.
Getting it done on the defensive end early, Blake.
That's what Coach Allen has wanted to see, a little bit of improvement on the defense. Jet fans are standing on the far side. There's a 3. That is bricked. Rebound. And it was an offensive board for Sterling. Breyer grabbed it, but then got shoved from behind. So the Jets missed the check out there, and they will put him on the line. Look like they're going to get the foul on Chris Mitchell for the shove underneath.
Yeah, time flies. Lucas Breyer played in our academy, and I can't believe he's a senior already. But got to be strong around the basket there. Now he's going to go to the free throw line and get an opportunity to knock 2 free throws down.
So Lucas Breyer, the 6'4" senior out of Sterling, making his 6th start of the year. Our pregame was brought to you by Ascension Beer Christie and the Fight to First Serve. All volleyball season, now our the tip-off show, Ascension Beer Christie, healthcare close to home, online at healthcare.ascension.org. That free throw missed by Breyer, 75% free throw shooter. This Sterling team has a lot of guys who are shooting very well at the free throw line. They come in 85% on the season at the free throw line. They cash in the second one, and the Warriors are on the board. It's 4-1, just under 2 minutes to go, or 2 minutes into this first half of the season here in Wichita.
You probably don't want to foul him down the stretch if the game's close. They're shooting that high percentage.
2-hand foul whistled on Sterling. That's on Will Thigpen, as Bennett was trying to go to work to him as the Jets move left to right. First foul of the game on the Warriors. The fans are still filing in here to Fuquay Gymnasium. Bennett at the top of the circle as the Warriors work their man-to-man defense. Bennett with the left hand. Tries to cut by Thigpen. Now Fade shoots with the left hand and missed it off the rim. Rebound crashing inside. A Warrior grabbed it. It was Lucas Breyer, your former protege.
Yeah, Lucas got a nice little skill set and hopefully have some success in senior year.
Breyer averaging 12 points per game. He cuts here, passes, and then it's filtered out for a three, and then a foul on Ian Lee as he knocked down the shooter, D'Angelo Ball. Mental mistake there for the Jets as they will put Ball at the free throw line. Ball hasn't missed a free throw all season.
Well, looks like they got it after the shot. He's taking that out of bounds on the sideline.
Wow, I'm a little shocked at that, aren't you? I thought they didn't let him land.
Yeah. Based on the timing of the whistle.
Yeah, for sure. Well, here comes Ball with it. Right to left move the Warriors. 4-1 Jets 2 minutes in to the first period. Will Thigpen trying to get around Bennett into the lane. Fades, shoots, and he missed it badly. Rebounds up Garza, saves it on the baseline to Ian Lee.
They were getting it done defensively early on here. If they stay with it, stay active, and only give Sterling one shot.
Our tip-off was brought to you by Fairfield and by Marriott, the official hotel partner of Newman Athletics. 7:05 the tip-off time tonight. There's Murphy going to try a three, and he missed it off the rim. Zevgaris with the rebound, power dribble, in between two Warriors, knocked away, gets it back, gathers underneath, and he missed the layup. Rebounded by Goga, the applicant, and here come the Warriors right to left. The Jets by 3 in the first. To the far side with it, there's Reed. Reed, Euro step, takes it against the European, no good, and there is Goga, the man that Zevgaris came off the help, and the Rwandan tips it in. Sterling down by 1. Back the other way is Bennett, and Bennett has it ripped away from him out of bounds to the baseline off of Thigpen. Jets with a 4-3 lead, 17:04 to go in the first, and it's Newman basketball on the baseline.
Shot goes up, you got to go find a man to box out.
Pre-game thoughts of the coach were brought to you by iCryo Recovery and Wellness. So the Jets inbound it. Mitchell with a touch. Oh, it's deflected off of Sterling, and then it hit the shoulder of Mitchell. He tried to dunk underneath it. Good hand there by Darian Reed to knock it away. And so after the early runouts for the Jets, Newman offense a little scratchy here in this first period.
I thought they'd been shooting early, too early in the offense. Move the basketball, 4, 5, 6 passes and get a rhythm, get a flow.
Hand off to Reed, and a three is buried, and Sterling has their first lead of the game. It is 6-4 and a 6-0 Sterling run. Ian Lee has it on the near side. Jets left to right. Mitchell, lane opens up, takes it in against the Rwandan. He missed it, and the rebound is off of the Warriors out of bounds. Good look there for Mitchell as he got a pretty good look at the rim, but that is a 6'2 freshman from Wisconsin going against a 6'10 sophomore from Rwanda. Pass is deflected. Thigpen trying to save it. Crashes hard into the bleachers on the far side of the second row. Appears that he is okay, and it looks like it is Jet basketball. Well, he got up okay. Man, those bleachers made a thud when he crashed into them. My goodness.
He's shaking his leg. But to Mitchell, I'd like to see him drive and get that 2-foot jump shot, make a play out of it. He may have a 5-foot shot or be able to dump it down to the bigs inside.
Ian Lee on the near side to Murphy. Murphy at the hash mark, and then a player cylinder violation called on Breyer. 6-4 Sterling, 16-12 to go in the first. Our officials tonight, pretty familiar crew. Winston Stiff is the referee. Kyle Leroy, William Tunstall are the two umpires today. Inside Zevgaris, left-handed hook shot. Yes, sweet shot. Right over the top of Goga, who's just a step late rotating over. The Jets tie it at 6, 4 minutes into the first.
Impressed with him early on so far. He's got great pace in the paint. I'd go, get the ball to him every possession.
Didn't play last year, but previously had played it at the Incarnate Word. Dribble down the right side, foul, count the basket as Darian Reed tosses it in off the center of the square. And Sterling retakes the lead, 8-6. On Latique Murphy, that's his first or third on the Navy and Red.
Yeah, both teams going back and forth, trying to get that rhythm. I thought Newman started off defensively very effective and just kind of died down a little bit.
Reed with now 6 of Sterling's, I beg your pardon, it's going to be 7 of Sterling's 9 points. So he has been the hot hand for sure tonight. Sterling by 3, 4.5 minutes into this game. 9-6 Warriors. So Garth fell down. Ball knocked away from Bennett in the lane, and it is off of the Warriors out of bounds. Goga touched it last. And into the game comes Sam Summerhalder out of Shawnee, Kansas. True freshman out of St. James Academy. Led the Thunder to a 17-8 record, averaging 19 a game last year.
Yeah, my son coaches up there in that league, and he had made mention of him and says not a great shooter, but a pretty good basketball player.
Zavgaris well off the lane this time. 7 seconds to shoot, and he gets bailed out on a blocking foul called by Goga. Team's trying to learn the whistles, and Coach Randy Stang going to go 5 for 5 here on this substitution. He is in his first year at Sterling. He is the replacement for Coach Adam Hooker. Won just 2 games last year already. Randy Stang, he's been around basketball a long time. So long, he actually was the AD at Hutchinson when Coach Allen was playing as a Blue Dragon.
Yeah, Coach Stang's a couple years older than me. And
there's a three by Ian Lee on the near side as the Jets go inside out. And Ian Lee buries it, ties the game at 9.
Yeah, Coach Stang was a great player. Played for Charlie Spoonhour after he left Hutch JUCO. And
there's a nice strip on the baseline drive. Mitchell knocked it away from Eric Smith, who just checked in for the Warriors. It is Jackson, Smith, Dozier, Batee, and Barnhill. Jumper from the baseline. That one's off the mark from Jackson. Rebound tipped out, and Murphy controls it across the timeline left to right. Near side, Lee just hit a 3 from there, and he's got a second 3 from there. He shrugs to the crowd as if he doesn't know what's happening, but he's led the Jets back in front 12-9.
We know Ian Lee can score, like I said. He's not afraid to put the ball up.
Lee nearly had a steal at the top of the circle. The Jets cover defensively, but they give up a teardrop on the right side to Eric Smith, and Sterling's back within 1, 12-11.
That's what happens a lot of time when you gamble on the defensive end. You give up something easy.
Top of the circle, it is Latique Murphy. Inside of guards. Got his man buried. Fadeaway hook shot. Boy, I'm not sure he needed to do that. It's off the heel of the iron. Rebounded by John Barnhill.
That's the one thing he gives Newman is a post presence this year, and I think he can be real effective inside scoring.
Zavgaris knocks the ball away, and it's out of bounds off of the hands of Barnhill. Well, Coach Stang is not happy on the bench, trying to get back into the swing of things. He hasn't coached for a couple of decades, but it appears to be in his element as the Jets lead by 1 at the 14:04 mark in the first. 12-11. Newman over the Sterling Warriors, and we'll be back right after this on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Hi, friends. Phil Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. It's hard to believe that Mel Hamilton Ford moved out to the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg 20 years ago. At Mel Hamilton Ford, taking care of customers is our #1 priority. As our team continues to grow, we never forget our employees make the difference with our customers. When you're deciding where to purchase a car or have service work done, choose us. I promise you, our experienced team will take great care of you whatever you need. Mel Hamilton Ford, taking care of customers since 1984. Experience the difference.
Life, it throws you curves and it knocks you down. But what separates the good from the great is the getting back up. Newman University will always get back up. We are a university of doers, of innovators, of transformers. We inspire as we soar to new heights. We will not be beaten. We will not settle for anything less than the best. We are Newman University.
Jets in front 12-11 here in the first. Newman so far 50% from the field. Sterling also 50%. Newman Jets basketball brought to you by iCryo Recovery and Wellness. Coach, what are your thoughts on the early moments of this game?
Well, I thought Newman came out and tried to set the tone defensively. They struggled offensively early on, trying to go too much one-on-one, and hopefully they've kind of settled down and start playing better basketball in the first half.
Isaac Aguiar has checked in. Jets also making some subs, and Coach Allen said they're planning to play a lot of guys. If the game is going well, which means the Jets aren't losing, then they're going to play a bunch of guys. Sam Summerhall, the ball has it knocked away near the timeline. Jacob Joe has checked in, as has Aguiar. There's a no-look pass to Bennett, who rips down the rim. The wide open cut along the baseline, and Bennett with a highlight reel.
Nice dribble penetration, finding your open teammate for the slam dunk on the baseline, like you said, Blake.
Aguilar poked it away, almost had a steal. Then a pass to the far side. There's the jumper, and it's missed by Jackson, but a tip there as nobody checked out on the Warriors. And the basket by Dozier. 14-13, Navy and Red, 13-15 to go in the first.
That's what happens when you break down the defense.
Ian Lee absorbs the contact and finishes at the near side block. Ian Lee already with the scoring lead for the Jets. He's got 8, and he's 3 for 3 from the field.
Ian Lee, instant offense. We know that. Like he's proven that. And like I said, if he gets it going, boy, he's hard to stop.
2 early threes and playing a lot more tonight because of the injury to Stevie Strong. He is suited up and available, and I know that Stevie won't play 40 minutes if Coach lets him, but so far today, not playing yet. First missed game of the season if he does not play tonight, dealing with a bruised heel. He's day to day. Aguilar came over the shoulder of John Barnhill trying to knock the ball away. A little bit too much contact for the junior college transfer out of Tyler Junior College in Texas.
Tyler?
That is correct. In one of those 2 junior college leagues in the Lone Star State. Both compete in one region. Here's a step back 3 from Batiste. He missed it off the heel of the iron. Jets can't get the rebound though. Bennett crashed, left his man open. Another chance. That one's wildly off the mark. Barnhill with the rebound. Stick back won't go. Finally, the basketball is grabbed, and then we're going to call it jump ball as Jacob Joe grabbed it, but Coach Allen won't be happy about that rebounding right there. And so far, the Jets getting out rebounded 7-3 here in the first 7 minutes of the game.
Shot goes up, you got to turn and put a body on somebody, and that's not happening.
So Aguilar gets immediately lifted from the contest. Kweku Ajapong, the sophomore from Toronto, Canada, 3rd year with the program, but has the COVID year, sets a pick for his fellow Canadian, and it's wide open on the left side for Ian Lee, a new season high. First time into double figures, he's got 11, and the Jets by 6. 3 to answer. That one's off the heel of the iron, missed, and it's out of bounds off of, I guess they're going to say the Jets. It was missed by Eric Smith, but boy, Ian Lee, 4 for 4, working on a perfect night from the field.
Well, Sterling better figure something out. He's going to light him up. He could have a big night. He's got.
Oh, that's an easy pickoff. Bennett, 1-on-1 against Smith. Powers his way to the basket and finishes with the left-handed finger roll. What a finish by Bennett, and the Jets have the biggest lead of the evening at 21-13.
I'm impressed with Bennett as well. I like his game. Got a good skill set. Those left-handers are always hard to guard anyway, but boy, he's had a pretty good first half so far.
For full disclosure's sake, aren't you a lefty, Coach?
No, I'm right-handed.
Aren't you right? Okay.
I'm ambidextrous, so I can play either hand, Blake.
I remember. Yeah, well, I used to be able to play at all, but not anymore. Jets by 9.
I had knee surgery in July, so that slowed me down a lot, even at 58 years of age.
Sure. An 8-0 run here for the Jets as they lead 22-13, 8 minutes into this ball game. Here's Simon Smith along the baseline. Reverse layup, boy, that was very ambitious. But another rebound for Sterling. And once again, this time it's Simeon Dozier with the putback. 3 from Joe to answer. That one rolls off the rim. In and out of the hands of Kweku Ajapong. And the rebound comes up to Dozier. Here come the Warriors, right to left, down by 7, 22-15. 12 minutes to go here in the first half.
That'll definitely be something Coach Allen will address at halftime is this rebounding.
Nice knock away by Ajapong as the Warriors try to go high-low. Euro step from Bennett. Bennett absorbs the contact and finishes again. Another chance for the former Western Texas College Westerner to finish with a 3-point play.
Does a great job of getting to the basket. Has great pace to his game. Physically, he's got the body you need to play at this level, and he's doing a good job early on here.
Kaleem Bennett averaged 11 points per game last year at Western Texas College, I should say. A lot of people think of West Texas A&M when they think of West Texas, and boy, what a power they are. Picked to win the Lone Star Conference this year. 25-15, Jets with the biggest lead. Joe poked the ball away, nearly had the steal. Smith, a 3 from the near side. That one's off the rim. Get another rebound. This one goes to Barnhill, and boy, the Jets are getting whipped on the boards here, Bernie. Here's a spinning shot in the lane, a foul, as Batee will go to the line. And let's see who they called it on. I believe that is going on Mitchell. 2 shots coming. Jets by 10, but boy, Newman needs to figure out the rebounding situation here.
Yeah. Shot goes up, you got to put a body on somebody. They're just turning and going and taking it for granted that somebody else is going to get the rebound.
25-15 Jets. Jets on an 11-2 run over the last 2 minutes of this game. That'll put an end to that as Batee hits the free throw. First free throw made of the year. The senior from Kansas City, Kansas. The transfer from Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Second free throw also good. Mitchell to the bench, and Murphy is checked back in for the Navy and Red.
I think that's one advantage Coach Stang will have, being an AD at Johnson County and Hutch, and a lot of people know him. He'll be able to pick some players just from the community college.
And a lot of basketball in Kansas. Dangerous pass along the baseline. Bennett turned it over. Down the left side, Batee. Layup, yes. Tough angle there with the left hand, but he finished. So Sterling, after giving up the 11-2 run, they've come back with 4 straight, and they're back within 6. Bennett with an absent-minded dribble. Had it poked away from behind. Ashapong fighting for it at the top of the circle, but finally coming out with it. Batee's able to cycle it out to Smith. And so Sterling can make this a one-possession game right here, down by 6. A 3 to do it. Not that time. Jacob Joe able to screen off on the rebound on the 3 missed by Batee off the front of the iron. Here comes Joe. Passed it off, and an offensive foul called on Joe, as they say that Smith was able to absorb the charge.
We talk about this every year. You get the rebound on the defense, then push it in transition. If it's there, take it. If not, back it out and make the defense work. I think we're forcing too many things early on here.
O'Neal checks in. Andrew O'Neal, the freshman from Round Rock, Texas. Glenn College transfer. 25-19, 10 minutes into this first period. On the near side with it is Dozier. A lob into Barnhill. Way overthrown. Ashapong can't get the steal, though. Loose on the baseline. Oh, diving for it just in front of the baseline was Jacob Joe to save it for the Jets. Here comes Murphy. Murphy crosses over by his man. Blows by him and lays it in off the glass. And pinballs in with the right hand. Lateef Murphy into the scoring column. And the Jets back in front by 8.
They got a couple guys this year that can finish at the rim, I like.
On the right side, it's Batee trying to get around Bennett to the lane. On the MIAA logo, no look pass inside, but it's knocked away by Ashapong and stolen by Jacob Joe. The Jets have it left to right. Bennett, a 3. Swish! Colleen Bennett with a 3-pointer, his first at Fugate Gymnasium as a Jet, and the Jets lead by 11, 30-19.
Putting on a show here early on in the first half.
Pass inside, gets through to Barnhill. He lays it in. Boy, that was a really tough pass right there by Sterling's Dozier, but Barnhill finished on the receiving end. Jets lead shrinks to 9, 30-21. 9 minutes to go in the first. Ashapong with a handoff at the top of the circle. Lateef Murphy swings left. Bennett wants another 3. That one swirled out halfway down. Got an awkward release, but both of them have been right on the money so far.
Yeah, he swished the first one.
It was a wild circus shot. Boy, that was a prayer answered off the glass by Jaron Batee. He went with a windmill layup off of the top left corner of the square. Could have been much better defended by the Newman Jets there.
Yeah, he's tagging on his shirt there. He needs a break.
Ian Lee, 360 spin. Oh, to the logo, and he scores it with a soft floater. Ian Lee. What a finish that was. Still yet to miss. He's got 13 points, and the Jets lead by 9.
3 perimeter players that can put the ball in the basket.
Right side 3 on the kick out, wide open, but it's missed by Dozier. Bennett with the rebound as it came off to the weak side corner on the near side. We are way overdue for immediate timeout. We're 2 minutes past the break. Every 5 minutes in the MIAA. No immediate timeouts in the KCAC. You get the timeouts as the coach, but that is it. So they're used to playing like this, but there are about 7 subs waiting to check in. Murphy down the left side. Gets by his man. Layup. Missed it. May have been a hit there. Didn't get the call. It came off the front of the rim and was rebounded by O'Neal for Sterling. Jets have made 6 of their last 8 shots. 2-foot jump stop in the lane. There's a foul. Wow. I did not see that one at all. Looked like Ian Lee was straight up and down, but they're going to say count the basket, chance at a 3-point play, and a media timeout. 7:27 to go in the first. The Jets with a 7-point advantage, 32-25. Newman basketball brought to you by Eck Agency, Wichita's trusted choice independent insurance agent. Serving all of Kansas for over 50 years. Find them online at eck.net on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
I often get asked about my skincare routine. One thing that has really helped my skin is the cryofacial. It helps eliminate fine lines while stimulating collagen production. And the best part about it is it's only a 12-minute session and there's completely no downtime. No need to schedule a reservation. You can walk right in and try one today.
Eye Cryotherapy and Wellness, North Mays Road across from Newmarket Square. 316-330-7474. 330-7474. The Newman Jets are now full members of the MIAA. Now, we need your full support. Help the Jets soar by joining the Aviator Club, Newman's premier level of athletic support. Your assistance directly impacts student athletes and can be designated for facilities, uniforms, media coverage, or your favorite team. Receive exclusive benefits and support the Navy and Red at newmanjets.com/aviator club. That's newmanjets.com/aviator club. Or call 316-942-4291 and ask for athletics.
32-25, Newman over Sterling, 7:27 to play in the first. The Jets here in the early going, two in double figures. Bennett and Lee combining for 26 of Newman's 32 points. Newman Jets basketball brought to you by Keystone Solid Surfaces. When it's time for new countertops, the key is KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com. And it appears that it is Simeon Dozier at the free throw line for the Jets after Ian Lee got called with what I think our broadcast thought was a ticky-tack foul. I don't know what Scott thought over there doing it on Sterling College audio. The free throw is good, 3-point play. But, boy, Ian Lee, except for those couple of fouls, boy, he has been a big-time benefit. Bennett's joined them there offensively. They've been the highlights so far for the Jets.
Yeah, Mr. Offense, instant offense. Very capable.
Summerhalder on the baseline. With a reverse layup, oh my! Really elevating right there, and he blew by O'Neal along the baseline with a right-hand dribble.
Got a little bounce to his game there. He's got a nice skill set. And
there's a three-topper circle. O'Neal tried to put it in his face. He missed it. Aguiar is able to screen off and rebound for the Jets. 34-26 Newman. 7 minutes to go in the first. Zevgaras, one on the post on the near side. Backs his way down. Hook shot with the left hand. So sweet with the left hand. Obviously against KCAC competition, but well, that is a move. If he can execute that in the MIAA, he'll be a factor this year.
That's great pace, getting close to the rim. We call that putting him in jail and finishing at the rim.
Swing on the near side, and Lateek Murphy got caught with his hand in the cookie jar as he tried to knock it away there from Max Serink. They're going deep to the roster, which is kind of what we thought. So Serink is at the free throw line. They're still in college, and the free throw is up, and it is good with the left hand.
I think he just has number 55. There's no way that young man's 6'7".
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. He is listed 6'7", a freshman on our roster. I'll believe the freshman.
Yeah.
I think 5'7". 5'7", yeah. 5'7", 6'7". I don't know about that. Real suspect.
He must have forgot his uniform with the dome in the dome.
Yeah, not normal to wear 55 in that position. Second free throw, good with the left hand. Oh, Zevgaras just throws it straight out of bounds. Coach Allen not going to be happy with that as Mitchell is right there, and they just totally botched the inbound. Yikes.
I have that on my notes already. The first half turnovers and rebounding is going to be something they'll emphasize in the locker room.
5 turnovers for the Jets. Last year, they had one of their best turnover seasons ever for Newman. After having one of the worst seasons they had the year before, they really cleaned it up last year. I think they were in the top 5 all-time in assist-to-turnover ratio. There's a pull-up jumper on the left elbow. That is missed by Harrison Hughes. A foul on the rebound, and they're pointing at Zevgaras. Zevgaras, the big European out of Greece, Karditsa, Greece. 6'8" sophomore. He had 5 points and 4 rebounds in the loss to Southwest Minnesota State. The Mustangs in Game 2 of the Holiday Inn Regional Classic that was hosted by Rogers State down at the Claremore Expo Center. Jets Heartland Conference and now MIAA foes in Oklahoma. Free throw good. Sterling within 7, 36-29. 6:24 to play here in the first. One more shot coming, and that is off the heel of the iron, rebounded by Zevgaris. Zevgaris going to lead the break himself. Here comes some help there, and he'll stop at the three-point line, leave it to Aguiar. Aguiar looking to go back inside. Summerhalder wanted at the short corner near side. Now he'll take it out at the wing. Goes by his man and an immediate hand check. Boy, Summerhalder's thinking, God, just let it go. I'm pat and beat. He's going to lay it in, but instead, 8th foul on Sterling, and that'll put Summerhalder, the Shawnee freshman, at the line. Mentioned your son coaching up there in that league, the Eastern Kansas League, one of the most widely respected leagues in all of high school basketball. Probably EKL and City League, the two that you think of the most when you think of high school basketball at 5A and 6A. Yeah,
like I said, competitive and good players, and we're witnessing one freshman here at Newman right now.
He sinks both of them like it was nothing, so very, very good free throws right there from Summerhalder. First team All-State Class 5A as a senior. And he got third in the state tournament last year, defeating Mays.
Well, he's got that college body already.
For sure, yeah. He's got good motor on him, especially defensively, as he cut off the ball handler Lynn there, guarding a guard. He's listed at guard at 6'7". 2-foot jump stop, jumper. That's off the mark from Hughes, and Aguiar's able to clutch it. Gives it off to Mitchell. Mitchell, 360 spin at the timeline. Then a Euro step, ball knocked away, but again, went right to Zevgaris. Boy, I don't think they should give him an assist right there, but they might. That looks so smooth and buttery, but Zevgaris with the finish, and the Jets by 11, 40-29. 5:30 left in the first.
Sometimes you just at the right place at the right time.
Summerhalder with a knockaway with the right hand on the pass that was trying to get filtered out to the far side perimeter. In comes Dawson Stover.
I noticed they had a number 14 out there on the floor. There's not one on the roster sheet, so they must have left a few uniforms at home.
Possibly. Quite possibly. Yeah, I don't see a 14 on mine either. Here's the jumper on the run, moving right there. Well, it didn't look good on the way up, but knocking it down there for Sterling College was Dobbins. Back to the way Aguiar missed the bunny. Crashing in for the rebound. Summerhalder grabbed it, and there's the kick out. Zevgaris trying to blow by his man on the dribble with the left hand, and he ran over a Warrior. If he was outside the restricted arc, it was definitely a charge because he was standing there like a statue. I think it was Barnhill that took the brunt of the contact. Latique Murphy back in for Zevgaris. The Jets lead by 9, 40-31, and well, I don't think either coach is going to be real happy with what they put on film here defensively in this first half. As we're on the way to maybe 100 points in this half.
Offense isn't the issue, and like I said, they're playing in the MIAA. It's going to get a little tougher than that, so they better.
Dobbins gets knocked down right there on the fadeaway jumper. And Coach Allen not going to be happy with Bennett about that, as that was a high degree of difficulty shot. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 40-31, the Jets by 9. 4:51 to play, and a high-scoring first half on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
From the moment you walk through the doors at Ascension Via Christi, you'll hear the sounds of hope, health, and strength. Because Ascension Via Christi is more than just hospitals, ERs, and clinics. Ascension Via Christi teams start by understanding you, your health, and your life to deliver the care that's right for you. Connected to a national network of care and the expertise of a wide range of doctors and specialists. Ascension Via Christi in Wichita, listening to you, caring for you. Find a doctor online at healthcare.ascension.org.
Hi, this is Marisa Compton, head coach of Newman Jets Volleyball. Show your support for the Navy and Red by grabbing your officially licensed Newman Jets apparel at NUJetsGear.com. Your purchase directly supports Newman student athletes. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors featuring NU's official logos. Show your Jet pride at Fugate Gymnasium, McCarthy Field, and all over Wichita with Newman Jets apparel from NUJetsGear.com. That's NUJetsGear.com.
Great student crowd here tonight for the Jets, and most of them have been standing through much of the contest. A couple of them taking a little bit of a break here. You can see the volleyball ladies, women's basketball, baseball guys are all here for this game. 40-31, the Jets in front at the 4:51 mark. Boy, they have unloaded the bench. I think Sterling's played 5, 10. They played over 15 players now. The Jets a little bit injury. They got some injuries on the team, so they're only running with 9. Down 3 guys that would be playing at Strong and Smith, the 2 speedies. They have played and started in both of the previous games for Newman. The free throw is knocked down by Dobbins. One more coming for Sterling. 40-32. Bennett and Lee lead with 13 for the Jets. Dozier has 7 to pace the Warriors.
Yeah, this is the time of the year that you try and get everybody in. Eventually, when you get in the conference play, you want to have your rotation down to 8, maybe 9 players, so everybody's getting an opportunity right here to prove themselves.
Second free throw good. Jets unable to pull away. They've had an 11-point lead. Here's Bennett underneath. Leaves it for Aguiar. Missed the layup. Yikes. Rebounded by Barnhill. Here comes Sterling. From the big man has got to finish. Hand off to Sarank. Loose on the ground. Ripped away by Bennett. Ahead to Summerhalder, who goes in for a one-handed, right-handed stuff. Summerhalder. The Thunder dunk for the former Thunder, and the Jets lead by 9.
I was told he was athletic. He's proving it out there today.
And he is showing that athleticism from his 6'7" frame. Here's a jumper from the free throw line. Hughes answers to keep Sterling within an arm's length. Back to the way comes Summerhalder. Jets by 7, 4 minutes left here in this first half. Around the ball screen, lob inside to go to Aguiar. Aguiar, boy, not very aggressive to get that pass, and crashing in to take it away was Dobbins. So Sterling across the timeline with Sarank. Down to Dobbins, 3-handed his face, a brick, and the Jets don't rebound again. Sarank with a second chance, missed it. Another rebound for Sarank, and then a jump ball. Boy, the Jets are just getting obliterated on the glass. -6 on the rebound so far, and for those 2 by Bennett, they're just total lack of checkout right there.
We've talked about it from the start of the ball game. They're not putting bodies on everybody. They're just turning and looking and not being aggressive on the defensive end, securing the rebound.
Now, offensively, it's been a good start for the Jets. Oh, big stuff off the inbound. Hughes gets swatted by Summerhalder. Hughes just thought he was going to come around down and give it up. The KCAC, probably. MIAA, I don't think so.
A little more athleticism out there.
A little bit more. O'Neal took the inbound that time. Now Mitchell is guarding on the far side Hughes. Dobbins has it on the wing. 5 seconds to shoot a long 3. Summerhalder didn't really get up there. Didn't plan on him making that shot. Sterling on the year, 37% from the 3-point line. Here's Ajapong on the baseline. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound, Summerhalder, and he got hacked on the arm by Barnhill. We'll go to the line by Sam Summerhalder. Good-looking young player. Nice motor. Plays hard defensively, going after some rebounds as well. He's been a bright spot in this first half among the guys who have not scored a bunch. He's got 6, but he's 2 for 2 from the field.
Yeah, Bennett and Lee got him going early on, and he's kind of stepped it up in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
First free throw missed in the game. The Jets being outshot at the free throw line 10-5 by Sterling here in the early going. I wonder how many of those free throws have come on second chance points off missed free throws. Jets being outscored in this game 10-2 on second chance points. Second free throw is cashed in by Summerhalder. Newman basketball brought to you by Keystone Solid Surfaces. But it's time for new countertops. The key is KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com. Stay tuned for the Keystone Solid Surfaces halftime report. We'll take you through the scores around the MIAA today and also get you up to date on what is happening here. Coming up on our Keystone Solid Surfaces halftime report. Batee gets to the top of the circle, trying to get around Mitchell. He can't. Fades, and he missed it off of the rim. Rebounded by Summerhalder. Here comes 2 Warriors. He passes off to Murphy. Near side corner. Joe goes by his man. Pulls up for an 18-footer. Missed it off the heel of the iron. Rebounded by Batee. Back comes Sterling. Up and down game. 3 in transition by O'Neal. Missed badly. Another offensive rebound for the Warriors. Stick back is good. Dozier was there for the turnaround stick back, and for R.J. Allen, I'm sure that every assistant coach he's talking to, they are going to be talking about rebounding at the half. Jets lead down to 6.
And Coach Stain's going to have these kids playing hard.
There's Joe with a 3 far corner. Where the Jets are clicking. They're shooting over 60% from the field, but only up by 9.
Sterling's not going to go away. Coach Stain, like I said, is a good coach, and they're going to compete. Newman's got to start doing the little things like boxing out to lock this game down.
There's Murphy. as the shot from the near side was missed by O'Neal. We beg your pardon, it was actually Mike Jackson missing the shot. Here's Murphy on the far side, and he got shoved off of his line. Jets shot just 21.7% in the first half against Southwest Minnesota State. Lost by 20, 76-66. Mustangs built a 22-5 lead thanks to an 18-0 run. Jets were just 5 for 23 at the break. They outscored them by 1 in the second half, but just could never shovel out that deficit as Murphy hits the free throw. So from that perspective, it's nice to see the Jets really clicking on offense here in the first half tonight.
Well, you got to have that balance, that inside out. I've noticed that, like if we can go inside a little bit, get a little dribble penetration, and then you got to have a few guys hit some perimeter jump shots.
Second free throw missed. 10-point lead for the Jets. Jets haven't led by more than 11 tonight. It was at 40-29. Let's see if they can get some stops and build the lead going into halftime here. At the top of the circle on the end of the NU logo is Petit down the left side. Shot, I don't know if that slipped out of his hands or if that was what he was trying to do. Jets didn't touch it, and it's right back over to Newman with 1:40 to go in the first. And the Jets with a basket can take their biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, Sterling kind of forcing the possession right there. Not a good offensive possession.
Jacob Joe trying to cross over his man out to Summerhalder up top. Ajapong. Murphy takes it. Boy, no, he doesn't take it. He's refused. Mitchell pass to the far side. Three from Joe rattles in over the top of the hand of O'Neal. Back-to-back threes from the left side by Jacob Joe.
That extra pass, get a little dribble penetration. That was a good offensive possession there.
50 points in the first half for Newman. They lead 50-37. Down the left side, a circus shot layup by Teron Battie. Ahead to Summerhalder. Behind all the Warriors, and he lays it in going back the other way. Well, it's a track meet out here today. 52-39 Jets. Battie has a shot blocked by Murphy. Here come the Jets with under a minute to go in the first. Murphy stops at the red semicircle. Out to Mitchell, now back to Murphy. A three on the way, high arcing shot, a little bit short. Rebounded by Jackson, and Sterling wants to run again. They'll stop it on the near side this time, and maybe actually work a possession. Haven't seen many of those today in the first half.
A lot of one-on-one play out there.
Lob inside, Barnhill has it poked away. Nice hand there by Jacob Joe. Ajapong with the steal, and Coach Allen's going to direct the Jets to slow things up here for one final possession ahead of the halftime. Jets have to use it or lose a timeout. I don't think Coach Allen's going to burn it here. 10 seconds to go as Mitchell starts to play. Mitchell, right side, bounce pass into Ajapong. Little off the line, lost it, turnover. But the Sterling Warriors throwing right back. Mitchell a three at the buzzer off the foot of the rim, the glass, and it won't fall. So the Jets got 52 points in the season opening game of the home schedule at Fugate Gymnasium. Not a perfect half, though, but they lead it 52-39. We'll be back with our Keystone Solid Surfaces halftime report. The Jets by 13 at the break on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Don Linger Construction is currently hiring qualified CDLA truck drivers, heavy equipment operators, and heavy civil concrete carpenters for projects in and around the Wichita metro area. Don Linger Construction is employee-owned and offers competitive weekly pay and benefits. Quick start your new career and apply online at donlinger.biz. That's DONDLINGER.BIZ. Don Linger Construction is an EEO-compliant employer. Veterans, women, and minorities encouraged to apply.
From the moment you walk through the doors at Ascension Via Christi, you'll hear the sounds of hope, health, and strength. Because Ascension Via Christi is more than just hospitals, ERs, and clinics. Ascension Via Christi teams start by understanding you, your health, and your life to deliver the care that's right for you. Connected to a national network of care and the expertise of a wide range of doctors and specialists. Ascension Via Christi in Wichita, listening to you, caring for you. Find a doctor online at healthcare.ascension.org.
52 points in the first half for Newman. 52-39 they lead Sterling College. Welcome into our Keystone Solid Surfaces halftime report. 52 points, it's a lot, not a record. Do you know what the record is for Newman, though? Don't look on the screen. The record for points in a half by the Newman Jets. 53. No, it was a game that you and I actually missed. We did not call it. It was a game the first year of the MIAA when the Jets dropped 135 on Manhattan Christian College. We missed it. 70 in the first half. I believe it was 70 in the second half of that game. Back on November 13th, 2019. That is the record. So didn't quite get there today. Newman in this one used an 8-0 run to take command of the game. It turned into an 11-2 run to give the Jets a 25-15 lead. Jets never really able to put Sterling away, as Sterling used a ton of second chance opportunities to get back into this game. Looks like we've got like a alumni, and there's a bunch of staff members down there who are actually dancing with the Jets. I see Coach Compton, Coach Drew, Zach Blake is down there, and some other people. So it's faculty. Therese Fetter is out there. The sister is out there dancing too. So the chance for the faculty to dance out here using to the YMCA. So very interesting. I didn't know they were going to do this. This is one of the situations, being a full-time member here of the staff at Newman, I'm glad that I'm doing this during the game, so I don't have to participate in that.
Show your dancing skills.
No, I'm not sure there are any to show, but the ones out there, they are doing their best right now.
Well, so. Good job of getting them involved. I mean, you like
absolutely. And we need them involved. So the students and some professors out there, a lot of coaches as well for Newman are out there for the Jets. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll have the first half statistics for you right after this. It's the Jets 52 and Sterling 39. Keystone Solid Surfaces, we've been telling you for a couple of years, they have outgrown their old location. They're now even more conveniently located in Wichita, 1655 North Wabash. They're still your go-to installer, all your favorite materials, from granite to quartz or any solid surface. You let a former Newman Jet help your family. Kyle Barnwell played for Coach Potter. Potter just recently announced as an inductee to next year's Newman University Jets Athletics Hall of Fame. And obviously an automatic entry there for Coach Potter. So you can help Coach Potter's former player, Kyle Barnwell, out. Call him today, 778-1566. That's 316-778-1566. See their project gallery online, KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com, or find them on Facebook. We'll be back with more halftime right after this. The Jets 52, Sterling College 39 on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Hi friends, Phil Langell, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. I would like to tell you about our new tool, Virtual Express. Mel Hamilton Ford has added this tool for you, our customers. Virtual Express will allow you to do some or all of your car buying process right from your computer. Do as much or as little as you want. It's all up to you. Do you want to fill out some of your information to save time, or do the whole buying process online? You make the choice. You can take delivery of your new or pre-owned vehicle right from your home. Mel Hamilton Ford. Experience the difference.
Experience the difference online at mhford.com.
Hi, this is Joanna Pryor, Director of Athletics at Newman University. Follow the Jets all season long by downloading the free Newman Athletics app. Get live schedules, stats, rosters, and access to live play-by-play coverage on the Newman Jets Audio Network by downloading the Newman Athletics app today. Download the Newman Athletics app for free on Google Play or the App Store. And don't miss a single moment of Jet Power this season.
52-39, the Jets over Sterling at the halftime break. Let's run down the first half statistics here. For the Jets, they shoot a blistering 61% from the field at the half, 20 for 33. Sterling shot 37%, 14 for 38. The Jets, 5 of 8 from the three-point line, 63%. Sterling was 1 for 11, so they really struggled from outside. They outscored the Jets from the free throw line, though. Jets 7 of 9. Sterling was 10 for 12. Sterling out-rebounded the Jets in the first half, 21 to 15. The Jets with 12 assists, 8 turnovers. Sterling 5 assists, 9 turnovers. Just one block shot in the game. It was Atik Murphy's in the first half. Summerhalder had a block shot. They missed that.
Yeah, on the baseline there.
Hey, praise to the operation is actually listening. Film review, Sam Summerhalder had a block in the first half. They need to change that on the stats. I'm throwing the red flag on that one. So here we go with the individual numbers. 13 points for Bennett in the first half to lead all scores. Ian Lee also had 13 points in just 12 minutes. 9 points for Summerhalder, 8 for Zevgaris, 6 for Jacob Joe, 3 for Batik Murphy. For the Warriors, 8 for Teron Batee, 7 for Dozier, 6 for Brown. They've got, hold on their roster. So Dobbins is on. So they've got, those of you listening as a Sterling fan, I know probably most of you are on the Sterling broadcast. They have Dobbins as their number 33, but on the printed stats, they have it as Tanez Brown. So I'm not sure which is which. They've also got, instead of Sarink, which is what we have on the roster, they have Darius Mall as on the stats. So I'm not sure who is who on that one. Anyway, just pointing that out for completion's sake. Darian Reed has 6 points for Sterling. Nobody else had more than 2. Assists, Jets had 12 assists. They had 2 with 3. Chris Mitchell with 3. That's a new career high. Sam Summerhalder with 3, also a new career high. 3 Jets with 2. And Mike Jackson had 3 assists for Sterling. And as I mentioned, only 2 block shots. Only 1 credited, but I want that review. I think that Summerhalder got his first career block in the first half. Biggest lead, Sterling led by 3 at one point. It was 6-3 after a 6-0 run. The Jets' biggest lead coming here at halftime, 52-39, 13 points. Biggest scoring run, Sterling with a 6-0 run in the first half. Jets scored 8 points in a row, 2 lead changes, 2 ties. Jets have led for 17 minutes and 40 seconds of this game. Points off turnovers, 19-8 Navy and Red. Points in the paint, 30-22 Newman. Second chance points, 12-3 Sterling. Fast break points, all Jets 19-2. Bench scoring 30-15. Halftime score 52-39. When we come back, we'll check out Big Gorda Creative Scoreboard. We'll see what else is happening around the MIAA. See if there's any other action in the association tonight. 52-39 Newman over Sterling. Back with more in a moment on the new Jets Audio Network.
I often get asked about my skincare routine. One thing that has really helped my skin is the cryofacial. It helps eliminate fine lines while stimulating collagen production. And the best part about it is it's only a 12-minute session and there's completely no downtime. No need to schedule a reservation. You can walk right in and try one today.
High Cryotherapy and Wellness, North Maze Road across from Newmarket Square. 316-330-7474. 330-7474.
Life, it throws you curves and it knocks you down. But what separates the good from the great is the getting back up. Newman University will always get back up. We are a university of doers, of innovators, of transformers. We inspire as we soar to new heights. We will not be beaten. We will not settle for anything less than the best. We are Newman University.
52-39, the Newman Jets leading Sterling here at the break. See what else is happening around the MIAA today, if anything is happening around the MIAA. There are some action, some games today in men's basketball. Rogers State is currently in action. They're in front of Drury at the half, 42-35. Washburn in front, just underway in the second half of Lee Arena in Topeka, leading William Jewell by 5, 34-29. So a lot of MIAA versus GLVC action. Northeastern State with an easy time in the first half. Midway through, they're leading Macomb College 26-10. And Emporia State, boy, they squeaked one out over Rockhurst today, 66-64. Missouri Western, 81-72. That is a women's basketball final. Missouri Western beating Truman State. So a lot of MIAA and Great Lakes Valley action today. When we come back, we'll have the second half. Coach Pearson's thoughts for the second half to see how the Jets can maybe rebound a little bit better. We'll bring you back after this to Fugate Gymnasium in Wichita. Newman, 52. Sterling, 39 on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
of the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Coach coming back here for the second half. Blake Cripps, the coach, Bernie Pearson. What are your thoughts on what the Jets need to improve here in the second half? They lead at 52-39 over Sterling College. The offense was tremendous, but I know defensively, Coach Allen's probably going to ask for a little bit more, and certainly rebounding, the Jets need to do a little bit more.
Yeah, a little more intensity on the defensive end, and you definitely got to check out on the defensive end when the shot goes up. They didn't do a very good job in the first half, but once again, this is not the MIAA, and you better get that corrected early on, or it could be a tough season if you're letting Sterling College out-rebound you like this. Imagine what the MIAA teams are coming here and do.
Yeah, you have to imagine that, some of those teams, and I know that there's a lot of teams that are going to have some new faces this year, but guys like Fort Hays State always has a couple of those big guys, and Missouri Southern, and obviously, even though Northwest is going to be without some major players this year, thankfully, finally, due to graduation, I'm guessing Coach McCollum, they already have the first week MIAA Player of the Week is a guy that I don't even recognize from last year. So here come the Jets right to left. Zepgaris gets tripped trying to get down to the post, and he's helped up immediately. Goga didn't mean to do it. He reached out immediately to help up. So good sportsmanship there by the African, tripping the European. Little cross-continent clash right there.
They're banging each other down there.
They are two big guys. Goga has been a very prolific shot blocker so far this year. 1.2 blocks per game for Goga. 52-39 Jets. 10 seconds to shoot. So Garis has it on the top. Mitchell has it. Near side. 5 seconds to shoot. Bounce pass. In is Garis. Fades to the baseline. Jumper off the rim. Not a bad look right there late in the shot clock. Rebounded by Lucas Blyer. And here comes Sterling. Far side Goga. Thought about an 18-foot jumper. Not really something he has shown as part of his repertoire so far in this contest. Inside to Goga. That's where he likes to operate. Working against Zepgaris. Fade, shoots with left hand, missed it, got his own rebound though, another offensive rebound, and the stick back is good. Goga stays after it, and another offensive rebound and more second chance points. And we look down there at Coach Allen on the bench. His head is in his hands. He can't believe that the Jets, on the first possession of the second half, they've given up another offensive rebound.
Like, this is one of those games where he can start sub. If you don't put a body on somebody, I just run players in and out till I find 5 guys who are going to block out.
Don't even worry about the offense.
No, offense is not an issue.
52 in the first half for the Jets, so maybe going to crack the 100 mark here today. It'll be their second game over 90 of the season if they can do that. They set a program record for most points in a season opener in the D2 era with 97 in the season opener. Jets by 10 after the three-point play by Goga. 52-42, Jets by 10. Far side Ian Lee, who hasn't missed today, he is 5 for 5. 13 points in the first half. Going to stay perfect here? Yes, he will. 3 for 3 from outside the arc, and Ian Lee with 16 points. Jets in front by 13, 55-42.
And that came with the flow, too. He's not forcing anything. He's taking good shots, and it's paying off for him tonight.
On the near side wing, it is Thigpen. Thigpen tries to dribble into the paint. Zepgaris blocked his shot. Somehow he got the rebound. And then Zavgaris, after luckily the layup was missed, he grabbed the rebound to seal it for Newman. Bad pass by Mitchell. Bennett was not set up. Turnover for the Jets. Pass down the middle. Breyer, layup, yes. Back-to-back baskets for Sterling, and it's an 11-point game, 55-44, 2 minutes into the second period.
Got to value the possession on the offense. Been a sloppy play here early on in the second half.
Mitchell a three from the far side corner. Swish! Mitchell with a three falling into the crowd on the far side. And the Jets back in front by 14, 58-44.
Good ball movement, Blake, right there. Multiple passes, everybody touching it, and wide open jump shot.
There's a foul away from the basketball. Mike Goga went to Winston Stith. He was complaining that the foul is on him, and then it's actually on Zavgaris.
Those two are going at it now.
They are, yeah.
Bodies on each other, and
very like it's a good for Zavgaris to see a guy of that size. Here's a jumper along the baseline that is poked away from behind after the rebound, away from the Jets. Oh, stepping on the sideline, D'Angelo Ball turns it back over. Boy, the Jets got out of jail right there. Here comes Summerhalder and Ajapong. He replaces Zavgaris and Mitchell for the Jets. Jets 6-21 last year. They went 3-19 inside the MIAA. Stevie Strong, their leading scorer from last year, dumped 40 on the Golden Bears. Coach Allen's alma mater in the season opener. Out just as a precaution with a bruised heel. Jumper from Bennett. That one's off the foot of the rim. There's an offensive rebound by Ajapong, but his stick back wouldn't go. Ball pinballs out off of the Warriors. So Ajapong got to finish that one, but there's some of the rebounding that Coach Allen's been missing in this half.
Yeah, he's active, and like I said, I think you got to go to the basket. If you notice, he was at the free throw line when he finished the shot.
Ajapong inside, another one inside the restricted arc. Good pass from Bennett. Ajapong just not able to finish. Coming back the other way is Reed, trying to work on Lee. Gets by him into the lane, and Lee with the armbar. It seems, I don't know why, it seems like Ian Lee absorbs more of those whistles than any other player, but he does. Yeah. And he's got to be able to make an adjustment on that, obviously.
Got to back off when they break you down, back off and give a cushion. You can't hug a guy on dribble penetration.
58-44. Newman over Sterling. Near side with it, Breyer. Breyer working against Summerhalder. 10 to shoot. There's the three from Reed. It's wide right. Foul on the rebound. This time Goga got called for the push-off.
And those two are going at it. Like I said, he's frustrated because he's trying to work a little bit out there, and they're getting a little chippy out there.
Goga with 5. Zavgaris with 8 points here in the early goings of the second period. 58-44 NU. There's Murphy trying to break down on Breyer and a hand check call. And Breyer is saying, hey, what about the armbar?
Problem with that was, right in the wide open court. Everybody could see that, and kind of tough call.
Bennett holding, and the bounce pass, bad pass. Lee was not open, stolen away by Ball, and the layup good. Lee got knocked down on the play, but I think that was a 50-50 ball right there that probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Good no call.
58-46. Newman in front by a dozen, 4 minutes into the second period. That time the hip check is whistled by Winston Stitt on the near side, and the fouls are starting to pile up, and Sterling College is going to go 5 for 5. We've seen them do this a couple of times. I don't know if this is going to be the predominant substitution strategy for Sterling. They're planning on playing just about everybody today, and so they go 5 for 5 here. It's Jet basketball in front of the bench, moving right to left here in the second half.
Yeah, Coach Staines got him bought in. It's his first year in the KCAC. I think they're going to be competitive.
Here's Summerhalder, 360 spin, fade, shoot, left it just short. Rebound tipped up in and out of the hands of a Warrior, but then scooping it up was Mike Jackson, and then in transition, Kwaku Ajapong knocked over, looked like it was Smith he knocked over. So Ajapong with the foul, 58-46 NU. As I mentioned, the Warriors last year, 2-29. They lost all 24 KCAC games. So 5 games in, they've already passed their win total from last year. Last time they won 10 games, 2015-16. They finished 10-19, 8-12 in the KCAC, trying to avoid an 8th straight losing season this year if they can. Smith trying to get around Bennett to the lane, throws up a shot, rolled off his hand. They're going to say it's off of Bennett, so I guess that's got to be a block. I'm not sure that it actually was touched by Bennett. But the Jet fans, they love that defensive play. See, the Jets can get a stop here, though. Smith, well, he's left wide open. Bennett fell into the dance team. Three was missed. It rolled off. Rebound tipped out to Summerhalder. Ahead to Bennett. Oh, he tried to catch it with one hand. Didn't look it all the way in. And the Jet fans are chanting on one of the Sterling College players. I don't know what they're saying to him, but trying to get in his head. Hopefully they'll do that to some of the MIAA guys. We like that.
You need that sixth man out there.
Absolutely. They were that for the volleyball team a couple of matches this year as well. Well, that's a travel. Wow, they call it block. My goodness, he took about 3 or 4 steps before the contact. That was Simeon Dozier. Yikes, I don't think that'll look very good on film. Well, that was a pretty clear travel, didn't you? Just when you step on somebody's foot, Randy Stang is saying, hey, do I get free throws out of this? And the referee's like, no. Wily veteran Randy Stang. There's a 3 from the near corner. That one is off the mark from Jackson. And Bennett tracks down the rebound on the far side. Bennett into the lane through a lot of contact. And boy, this is just becoming like a street fight right now.
They're giving him 2 shots on that. Oh, 20.
Yeah, but it's on the floor. That whistle goes on Eric Smith. 5th foul on Sterling. Each team has committed 5 here in the early going. Bad pass. Summerhalder wanted it out very long. It's knocked away. And then Summerhalder stepped out of bounds. Winston Stith was knocked off the play, and he didn't see it. But Sterling turns it over as the ball goes in and out of the hands of Simeon Dozier. And this is kind of like a YMCA game right now. It's like guys playing on carpet at a church somewhere, closer than it is to college basketball.
Yeah, not taking care of the basketball, taking advantage of what the defense and offense is giving you.
Bennett with the left hand inside, misses the scoop. Rebound off the shoulder of a Warrior. Smith picks it up. Smith to the lane. Smith gets by Summerhalder. Poked away from behind at the last moment. And the rebound off the Jets. They can't grab another one. It's off Ajapong. And we've got immediate timeout. 14:42 to go in the second. Bit of a scratchy start for both teams. 58-46 Jets. And we'll be back on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Skincare routine. One thing that has really helped my skin is the cryofacial. It helps eliminate fine lines while stimulating collagen production. And the best part about it is it's only a 12-minute session and there's completely no downtime. No need to schedule a reservation. You can walk right in and try one today.
High Cryotherapy and Wellness, North Mays Road across from Newmarket Square. 316-330-7474. 330-7474.
Life, it throws you curves and it knocks you down. But what separates the good from the great is the getting back up. Newman University will always get back up. We are a university of doers, of innovators, of transformers. We inspire as we soar to new heights. We will not be beaten. We will not settle for anything less than the best. We are Newman University.
58-46, Newman leading Sterling. 14:42 to go in the game. Newman Jets basketball is brought to you by Donlier Construction, proud sponsor of Newman University Athletics, also by iCryo Recovery and Wellness. We invite you to join us for the JetCast podcast, Backcourt Sports Season, bringing you in-depth interviews with Newman coaches and players. Listen, subscribe today at newmanjets.com/podcast. Stevie Strong not playing today, but he was a guest on our podcast this week. So download, share, and subscribe today. 5 seconds to shoot for Sterling. Running out of time into Barnhill. Well, nice move along the baseline, but he missed the layup. Another offensive rebound for Sterling. But Zavgaris stuffs the second chance shot and a foul on the transition called against Dozier. Well, the Jets defensively are doing a better job in the second half. Sterling shooting just 25% from the field, but I don't know if the rebounding has been solved. The Jets -8 on the glass here through the first 26 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Sterling just a little more aggressive, and
there's a foul as the ball was inbounded on Teron Battie. And 1-1 is the call as Sterling has committed 7, so they're in the penalty.
Yeah, I don't know if Newman's taking Sterling for granted. They got a new coach, new pro, didn't win a lot of games last year, and they just think it's going to happen. But you got to go out and get it done. You got to execute what coach is telling you to do and play defense, execute on the offensive end, and like you said, play hard, play smart, and play together.
Jets have played only 9 today. Again, 3 mainstays in the rotation. Stevie Strong, Stevie Smith, and Chuka Meckham not playing today due to injuries. Strong is available, but he has not gotten in yet.
He probably had 40 if he'd have played tonight.
Probably could have if he wanted to. I'm not sure Coach Allen would allow that to happen. Free throw's good by Murphy, 60-46. Jets by 14. Down the left side, stumbling into the lane and somehow throwing it up and in. Teron Batee.
He's made a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, he's been, I think, the recipient of a couple of those bounces off the rim, if I'm not mistaken. Lateef Murphy going to back down on Batee now. To the center of the lane. Shoots it from 10 feet, missed it off the heel of the iron. Offensive rebound, Bennett, and the stick back is good. There's some offensive rebounding for the Jets. Bennett with 15 points.
Yeah, Bennett having a good evening. Like I said, he played well in the first half, and he's been steady here early on in the second half.
At the free throw line, it is Dozier, and a kicked ball is called. Sterling looking to get back to the NAIA tournament this season for the first time since 2011. Finished 21-11 that year, won the KCAC tournament, lost in the first round of the NAIA tournament to then Sooner Athletic Conference rival Oklahoma Wesleyan. Now they're a conference rival in the KCAC. Figure that one out. Backing his way down the tee, 10 seconds to shoot. Jets by 14 midway through the second. Down to 5. The jumper, O'Neal, missed it wide left. Rebound tipped up, no good. And there's Zavgaris to clean it off the glass for the Jets. Lee ahead to Summerhalder. Summerhalder 2 dribbles, far side Bennett. Bennett looks inside, Zavgaris wasn't open. And you think Zavgaris maybe should have been ready for that look right there?
Bennett was anticipating him. He's got to get in there and establish himself in the post a little bit sooner. But I think a little fatigue setting in on him.
Yeah, Jets only playing with 9 today. Not sure what there's a Jet fans are booing something. I don't know what. Jacob Joe replaced Bennett in the Newman lineup. He had a couple of threes in the first half. Down the right side is Smith. Smith gets whacked on the arm. It was Zavgaris talking to the official. Well, he's got to be careful. It's a very European way to address the officials. Very, I'd say, soccer-esque. Tolerated in Europe. I'm not sure if that'll fly here in the United States.
So that's another guy. That's number 0. That's not Smith at the free throw. He looks like him, but that's a different player.
Yeah, that is correct. Number 0 is Peyton Lynn. Beg your pardon. You called me out and you were correct. It is not Smith. It's Lynn at the free throw line.
I can see why, though, because they
do look familiar, yeah. Peyton Lynn, junior guard out of Montana. Missed the first free throw, and the second is also missed off the heel of the iron. And Lateef Murphy is able to grapple the rebound for NU. 62-48. The Jets by 14. Lateef Murphy, as they run the dribble weave at the top of the circle. Ian Lee on the Potter Family Court logo. Jets right to left. Round the ball screen into the lane. Throws it up and in over the top with the help defense. Ian Lee with 18 points, a season high.
He knows how to score, man. He's got great body control. He's a good athlete, quick.
With the left hand into the lane, the runner by Batee. That one's off the rim. Another rebound. This one by the aforementioned Lynn, but then it's knocked away by the Jets and stolen, and Lee comes up with it. Murphy has it on the near side in front of the Jet bench. To Summerhalder. Boy, the Warriors weren't covering him. He blows by 2 defenders. Fade, shoots, and missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound nabbed by Batee. Here come the Warriors. Down the right side, the layup, yes! He beat Joe with the left hand and finger rolled it in. 64-50 Newman. Here he is. Aguiar, wide open layup at the rim, and he missed it.
Got to be able to finish. He's going to help the Newman Jets out this year. Got to be able to finish.
And then a reach in on Aguiar, so that was a double whammy. Not a good sequence right there. Missed the layup, and then a frustration foul coming back the other end. Second foul on Aguiar. And Ian Lee coming out 7 for 7 from the field with 18 points.
Yeah, I'm not sure overall if they're more talented this year, but I do like their body language, their chemistry. It looks like they're in it for the team, and those are some positive things that I see out of the 22-23 Newman Jets.
Here's a jumper that is missed by Murphy. If this holds, by the way, for Ian Lee, this would tie a record. We'll tell you about it here in a second. 11 minutes to go in the game. Jumper is missed by, falling down there was Mitchell. There's a foul on the rebound, and it's on Sterling. So Mitchell apparently got shoved down. I don't know, should I jinx it or not? So Ian Lee right now at 7 for 7. If he completes the game, if he doesn't attempt another field goal, he will tie the all-time record for single-game field goals made without missing with 3 other Jets. Shamar Aquay, Jawan Davenport, Joel Boyce did it most recently at Pitt State back in February 27th, 2021. He hits one more and doesn't miss. He'll have the all-time record to himself. Free throw is good by Mitchell. Now, obviously, you can go 11 for 11 and be like, oh, man, you got the record. But if you miss one, well, then you can't have the single-game field goals made without missing record. So I'm sure that's probably the last thing on Coach Allen's mind is that particular stat nugget. That free throw missed by Mitchell, and the rebound comes off to O'Neal. 65-50, the Jets by 15. Biggest lead of the game, I think, was 16 just moments ago. On the right side, O'Neal trying to get by Jacob Jobe. Pass deflected. Latique Murphy with the steal at midcourt. Into the open floor. And a right-handed flush by Latique Murphy, the transfer from New Mexico Military Institute.
Good athlete, great anticipation. Got his hand out in the passing lane, able to deflect it and go down and get it. One-handed slam dunk.
67-50, and Curtis Mitchell is bewildered by that call. I didn't see that call either. That's his 4th foul. I believe that is it's either Kyle Leroy or William Tunstall. I don't know. I don't know which one that is. We know Winston Stiff. We've been calling Winston Stiff games for a decade now, it feels like.
Used to do a lot of Division I games and stuff, too.
Not as much anymore. Well, the reason for that, but he did a lot of games in the Heartland Conference, and he's occasionally, not as much, but it seems like he does get in the MIAA rotation every once in a while. Free throw's good. Jets by 15, 67-52. Joe, pass deflected. Nice hand right there. Boy, Harrison Hughes at 5'6" somehow got up. O'Neal had it stripped away, and it's off of the Jets out of bounds. Hughes is going around looking at that same official saying, where was the foul there? I didn't see you were screened.
Yeah, the officials got to hustle up and down the floor, too. He wasn't in position.
Not in position to see that. Yeah, that's part of the deal. For sure, these guys seem like they're getting faster and faster every year. Officials, maybe not so much. At least not at this level. Here's a 3 from Hughes, guarded by Lee, and that's a swish. Boy, pretty well defended there by Lee, but Hughes reins it in, 67-55. It's just the 3rd 3 of the game. Beg your pardon, 2nd 3 of the game. Here's Joe to answer. He will! Jacob Joe, he's 3 for 3 from outside the arc. He's got 9. And the Jets on the game are now 8 for 11 from downtown.
A little balance. They can get to the rim. They got down the field.
There's an illegal screen called on Barnhill. We've got a timeout on the floor. 9:37 to go. Barnhill wants an explanation there. I thought he was set, I'll be honest.
That's what he's saying. He's like,
just because the guy gets knocked off, it can be a physical screen, but if I'm set, it doesn't matter. But at any rate, it's a timeout on the floor with 9:37 to go in the game. Newman, 70, and Sterling, 55. We'll be back with Fugate Gymnasium with more NU basketball in just a moment. Here to Fugate Gymnasium in Wichita. We'll return after this on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
The Valley job.
Great.
And our computers were hacked last night, and they got some of our clients' information.
Seriously?
And your wife called. She said the dead tree you were supposed to tear down fell on your neighbor's roof.
What am I going to do?
I'd call Eck Agency. They're great at providing insurance solutions to protect your business, work comp, home, and autos before these things happen. Call or text Eck Agency at 316-303-1905 or visit eckagency.com.
The Newman Jets are now full members of the MIAA. Now, we need your full support. Help the Jets soar by joining the Aviator Club, Newman's premier level of athletic support. Your assistance directly impacts student athletes and can be designated for facilities, uniforms, media coverage, or your favorite team. Receive exclusive benefits and support the Navy and Red at newmanjets.com/aviator club. That's newmanjets.com/aviator club, or call 316-942-4291 and ask for athletics.
Last matchup between these two teams was back December 16th, 2019. It was nip and tuck through the first 12 minutes. Jets led by 7 at the half and used a 16-0 second half run to put away the Warriors 98-66. No real run of that magnitude in this game, but the Jets just slowly pulling away 70-55. Here is Summerhalder, and there, that's an illegal screen. Coach Allen doesn't really make any motion. Coach Kyle McElroy is off the bench to try to coach that. Boy, didn't make it with the mustache for Coach Kyle. It got shaved off. Didn't make it very long with that. It's too bad. That was a good look for him. But
want that clean cut.
A clean cut here to come home at least. Here at the arc, Sterling will reverse it to Hughes on the far side, down by 15 with 9 minutes to go in the game. There's a wild for Barnhill, double team on the inside, trying to work against Aguiar. Aguiar may have affected the shot, he didn't block it. Rebound comes off to Summerhalder. Jets have it right to left. Here's Ian Lee with a left hand, and that's a foul. It could have been a shot attempt there, but no shot attempt. Yeah. As you mentioned earlier, if you're just joining us, 7 for 7. Working out his right shoulder, got hit pretty hard on that. It's going to the free throw line here. So we'll see how that affects him. Jets can ill afford to have another injury at the guard spot. Ian Lee leading all scores with 18 today, but he with 12 for Sterling. Free throw on the way, and that is wide right.
Didn't stay with it, didn't follow through.
Lee last year was third best on the team, 76% from the free throw line. Stevie Strong, of course, was the best. Top 5 in the conference last year at 90%. Second free throw. That one perfect. Stayed on the line that time too, Coach.
Yeah, follow through.
Just like they used to teach her at Kansas MTXC Academy.
That's right.
Still around? He's still doing that?
No, since the pandemic we didn't do that. But I also had that Bernie Pearson's school of basketball. We used to teach shooting skills all the time.
Well, maybe they can still use some. And stepping on the sideline on the far side after fumbling the pass is Dozier.
Problem with all that is facilities with COVID and all that. A lot of people got real touchy about letting people use their facilities. And
probably going to be a little different now moving forward. But yeah, the last couple of years probably been a bit touch and go. Kalen Johnson in that last matchup just to wrap up that last win for the Jets over the Warriors back in 2019. 5 Jets in double figures. Kalen Johnson led Newman with 18. Here's Aguiar. Reverse layup on the baseline. Aguiar with the basket for the Jets. And for Aguiar, his first basket as a Newman Jet in Wichita.
That was a nice offensive move right there. A little spin out and reverse layup.
Aguiar had scored earlier in the year. That's the first one tonight here at Google Gymnasium. There's another fall-away shot. That was Smith. Summerhalder leaked out. Summerhalder lays it in. Boy, he wanted a tomahawk. That one had to adjust. He took off a little too far away from the basket, but able to stay concentrated and finish. The Jets lead by 18, 75-57.
They say he's athletic, and he's definitely displaying that tonight.
There's a jumper by someone in 33. It's either Dobbins or the guy they have in the stats, which is Brown. I don't know, I've been calling him Dobbins all game, so
and Dobbins some love.
The Brown family is watching it. It's actually him. My sincerest condolences.
You're just going off your notes, Blake. That's all you can do.
Well, yeah, we try to do what we can to get the names right. Inside Aguiar, power dribble, ball poked away. Now he gathers it at the free throw line. There's Lee for the 3. He got it! Ian Lee, a 3, and for the moment, a record. I'm sure that they do not go over this, so Ian Lee right now is 8 for 8. If he does not miss the rest of the game, he will set The single-game field goals without missing record for Newman, just passing 3 other Jets. Well, he has been on fire today. It's a new season high. 1 point off of a career high. So, boy, he's probably thinking, man, I got to get to 25. I got a new career high tonight.
He's taking good shots. He's been set, ready to go, taking good shots, dribble penetration under control, and, just been real effective on the offensive end.
4 for 4. Now, if he wants to get greedy, there's the free throw that's missed by Barnhill on the foul. That was whistled against Isaac Aguiar. His second. Each team over the double penalty right now. The single-game 3-point field goals made without missing. Damian Acal hit 6 at TAMU back January 13th, 2018. 6 for 6 in that game. So if he wants to get real gritty, he might have both, but that might cost him one or the other.
Damian Cowell's working at Southwestern College, I think in the athletic department or admissions department.
The all-time 3-point percentage leader. A long shot by Aguiar there. That one's off the front of the rim, and the rebound comes off to Sterling. Sterling with the board, and here comes Dobbins with it, or Brown, whichever. Jumper is missed off the front of the rim. Summerhaller rips down the rebound. Jets seem to be more competitive on the glass in the second half. The lane opens up, and Summerhaller throws it down with the right hand. The Warriors were too afraid to get in front of the 6'7" freshman in navy and red.
Parting the Red Sea right there, right down the gut.
And Coach Stang is going to take the media timeout, and this will be a media timeout here. So, yeah, he was a little concerned after that. 80-58, 6:20 to go as the Jets appear to be coasting now to a home opening win over Sterling College. We'll be back. Jets by 22 on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Let's face it, it's been a while since you updated your kitchen and bathroom. And while they fit your style when your house was built, styles change. Or maybe the space just isn't fitting your current needs. That's where Keystone Solid Surfaces comes in. Keystone is the premier fabricator and installer of quartz, granite, and solid surfaces in Kansas. And with their huge brand new showroom at 1655 North Wabash in Wichita, providing the perfect inspiration, the possibilities are truly endless. That's why when it's time for an upgrade, the key is Keystone. KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com or find great specials on Facebook.
Hi, this is Marisa Compton, head coach of Newman Jets Volleyball. Show your support for the Navy and Red by grabbing your officially licensed Newman Jets apparel at NUJetsGear.com. Your purchase directly supports Newman student athletes. Choose from a wide variety of styles and colors featuring NU's official logos. Show your Jet pride at Fugate Gymnasium, McCarthy Field, and all over Wichita with Newman Jets apparel from NUJetsGear.com. That's NUJetsGear.com.
80-58, Newman over Sterling. 6:20 to go here in the game. Newman Jets basketball is brought to you by Advanced Orthopedic Associates. Dr. Bernard Lucas is the official team surgeon of Newman Athletics. Online at ALAortho.com. Also by Big Corner Creative. BigCornerCreative.com designs marketing that helps you make money. Right at the top of the circle, Sterling has it on the left side. Batia, leading scorer. Layup missed. It rimmed off. Rebound to Joe. Here's he and Lee. Lee with the dribble on the far side into traffic, and he will play it out to Joe for a three. He's looking to stay perfect. He misses his first three of the game. Offensive rebound inside by Aguiar. Finds Joe, who cut back in, and he lays it in with the right hand. Good job by Aguiar on the rebound. Good job by Joe to cut back in after the miss.
Staying with the play.
Sterling throws it away. Murphy in the open court. And Murphy with an open court layup with the left hand. Jets have gotten a lot of runouts. We'll see if they can create this kind of pressure against an MIAA school. But if they can, boy, points off turnovers have been massive for the Jets in this game. 27 points off turnovers for Newman.
Well, defense will win you a lot of games, so...
There's Batie, gets by Murphy over the top of Aguiar. Yes, boy, what a finish that was by Batie. Great finish. He's got 14 points to pace the Warriors. Long pass ahead to Joe. Joe spots up three corners short. Rebounded by Batie. Here come the Warriors. Real transition game. It's been a track meet all day. There's a three by Batee. He missed that one. Aguiar had that rebound, lost it on his shoulder. Joe scoops it up. Then Joe has it poked away from behind, and Murphy will finally settle things at the volleyball line on the far sideline. Joe around the ball screen. Joe with the left hand flips it over to Summerhalder with the bright powder blue shoes today to match the powder blue uniforms. Aguiar hands to Murphy. Three on the way. He drilled it. Latique Murphy with a three. And the Jets are getting close to the 90-point mark. Could go 90 points plus in 2 out of their first 3 games of the season here in 2022-23. At the free throw line, they'll bounce pass it to Batee. Fadeaway jumper, missed it off the top of the square. Another rebound for Sterling. Inside, layup, yes. Dozier took it over the top of Aguiar for the score, 87-62.
Both teams trading baskets here. Like I said, it's kind of like a pickup game now.
Inside to Summerhalder. He laid it in. What a feed that was along the baseline by Jacob Joe. The Jets have played just 9 tonight due to injuries. Some of the guys out there pretty tired. 3 new Jets coming in. There's a bad pass. Joe steals it away. All alone, and he'll get the easy layup. 89 points and a timeout called by the Jets. Or maybe, it'll be called by the Warriors. This will be the final media break of the game. 91-62. And the Jets are pulling away from the Warriors late. Back with the last after this on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Construction is currently hiring qualified CDLA truck drivers, heavy equipment operators, and heavy civil concrete carpenters for projects in and around the Wichita metro area. Don Linger Construction is employee-owned and offers competitive weekly pay and benefits. Quick start your new career and apply online at donlinger.biz. That's DONDLINGER.BIZ. Don Linger Construction is an EEO-compliant employer. Veterans, women, and minorities encouraged to apply.
Let's face it, it's been a while since you updated your kitchen and bathroom. And while they fit your style when your house was built, styles change. Or maybe the space just isn't fitting your current needs. That's where Keystone Solid Surfaces comes in. Keystone is the premier fabricator and installer of quartz, granite, and solid surfaces in Kansas. And with their huge brand new showroom at 1655 North Wabash in Wichita, providing the perfect inspiration, the possibilities are truly endless. That's why when it's time for an upgrade, the key is Keystone. KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com or find great specials on Facebook.
Well, the Jets have put this one to bed. A late surge here for Newman. Zach was asking me if this was our highest field goal percentage. It is not. I know that because the Jets have a 65% game against Dallas Baptist. I think I'll have that in the records. We have to go adjust that. Maybe something we have to add in the offseason. More research coming, perhaps. 91-62 down the right side. Ajapal may have blocked that. Barnhill tried to stuff it, and there's a jump ball on the rebound, and it will go back over to, well, the arrow goes to Sterling College. Braylon Young has checked in for the first time. We're also seeing that Tristan Turner, a Highland Community College transfer. Mitchell also back in for the Jets.
Yeah, that's the way this game should be. Like I said, everybody's practicing hard. You get an opportunity to play in some of these non-conference games, and it's good to see that.
Free throw up, and that is missed. Pinballed out. One more coming. Yeah, single game field goal percentage. Don't think that we did that one. We don't have that record. Second free throw also missed. Jacob Joe with the rebound. Back the other way comes Joe. That layup swirled off.
He's really athletic and quick. He's got a good skill set out there. I like the way he plays.
Jets soared to a 97-85 victory in the opener over Concordia St. Paul. First time crossing 90 points for the Navy and Reds since they beat Central Oklahoma that last game before Christmas break in 2020. Remember that one? Jets won going away on that one. And it was really not even as close as 22 points would indicate. Free throws good by Joe. So the Jets now have done over 90 points in 2 of the last 3 games for Newman. At 97 points, it set the all-time record for points in a season opener for the Jets, and was the most the Jets had scored in a season opener since they beat Kansas Wesleyan 97-65 back in 2004 when the Jets were an NAIA school still. That way up good the other way with the left hand by Mike Jackson, 92-64. So the only drama left is whether or not the Jets will cross 100 points in this game. Braylon Young passes to the inside to Ajapong. Ajapong into a double team, and he's got a lot of offensive talent, but court awareness is something Coach Allen's still working on.
Yeah, he's got to catch it and face, not catch it and pound it. Face up, see what you got, and then put it on the floor when you get ready to make your move.
Now, and when you're dribbling that way, and when you're a post player, if you see that guard coming, you got to immediately think, when a double team comes, somebody in that direction has to be open.
Yeah, or when you post feed, cut. By post feed, cut inside. So
Jackson on the far side, Potter family court logo. Step back 3 on the way. That one's off the heel of the iron. Rebounded by Turner, the former Highland Scotty. Also was an Ottawa Brave for a year. Joel on the baseline. Near side Young. He can really throw it up. He missed it off the rim. Rebound. Turner had it for a moment. Deflected, and it is... What is that call? He just called a jump ball and then pointed Newman's way. What is that?
I think he's ready for the game to be over.
Yeah, so it is a jump ball apparently, even though they didn't have it. Maybe he's saying they touched it at the same time. I don't... If you say so. Here is Jacob Joe trying to get around Hughes. Can't. Backdoor cut for Mitchell. Mitchell top of the circle. 3 from Young. Swish! Braylon Young! The 3! And they stop it to get the net fixed, but Braylon Young with a 3. Well, in practice, he can really light it up. Hasn't played a whole lot over his Newman career. Graduate now out of Texas, but the Newman bench, they really came off when he knocked that one down. They were real happy for number 31 in powder blue.
Well, even last year I watched, and he's a good teammate. Everybody seems to like him, and even today, everybody's high-fiving him. It's good to see him have some success out there.
Definitely college transfer. That shot is missed short, believed by Lynn, rebounded by Turner. Under 2 to go in the ball game. The Jets by 31, 95-64. Mitchell steps in for a 2. That one rolls off. Tip no good by Turner. And a rebound off to Hughes for Sterling College. Behind the back dribble as he crossed the NU logo and stops for the Potter family court logo on the far side. Dribbles right. Passes off to Lynn. Lynn back to the left. Step back jumper from Dobbins or Brown. Wasn't that the other name that we got? It rolled off. Yeah, Tenez Brown. Here's Ajapong down the left side. Goes up for the layup or a dunk. He missed it. Rebound comes off to Sterling. 1 minute to go in the game. There's a 3 from Hughes. That one's off the glass. Mitchell with the rebound. That's probably not going to get to 100 today. Well, the pace this game is going, they can probably squeeze 2 more possessions in, right? Here's Ajapong, faces up, gets pushed off the block, lowers his shoulder, left-handed hook shot, missed off the front of the rim, it crawled off. Rebounded by the Warriors. Here comes Sterling. Hughes through the red semicircle, kicks it out to Dobbins. Dobbins with the left hand, switches to his right midair, missed the shot, rebounded by Ajapong. Coach Allen puts up his hand and says, that's enough.
Yeah.
So, not exactly the cleanest game, but for the Jets, it will be their first 30-point win since they beat Sterling College the last time they played the Warriors. 98-66 back in 2019. Randy Stang was actually the athletic director at Hutchinson when R.J. Allen was playing the Blue Dragons. So they share a moment there at midcourt.
Little history.
95-64. Newman over Sterling. The Jets go to 2-1 on the year. They're now 1-0 at home. We'll be back with our post-game show. The Eck Agency post-game report is coming up here in just a little bit. A couple of records to update you on. And a post-game interview with a player and Coach Allen all coming up. With over 500 pre-owned vehicles in stock, Bell Avenue Ford is your destination. It's time to upgrade your car, truck, or SUV. Shop online, mhford.com. Also by Ascension via Christie. Ascension via Christie. Healthcare close to home. Online at healthcare.ascension.org. Post game after this on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
From the moment you walk through the doors at Ascension Via Christi, you'll hear the sounds of hope, health, and strength. Because Ascension Via Christi is more than just hospitals, ERs, and clinics. Ascension Via Christi teams start by understanding you, your health, and your life to deliver the care that's right for you. Connected to a national network of care and the expertise of a wide range of doctors and specialists. Ascension Via Christi in Wichita, listening to you, caring for you. Find a doctor online at healthcare.ascension.org. Hi, this is the voice of the Jets, Blake Cripps. Join me each week during the season for the JetCast, your weekly look inside Newman University athletics. Each week during the season, I'll talk with Jet coaches and players. We'll look at what happened last week with the Navy and Red and preview that week's action for all 18 of NU's varsity sports. Listen to the JetCast Wednesdays each week during the season on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and TuneIn, or online at newmanjets.com/podcasts.
Jets filled it up tonight, 95-64. They beat Sterling College to go to 2-1 on the year. This is an exhibition, I believe, for we'll point it this way. We'll point out the court like volleyball is how we did it last year. So we'll do that. I will sit here. This is the first time we're making a transition here from volleyball to basketball. So we will put Coach Allen will be there. You will be here, and then I will be here. And so we're working in somebody new on the video side. If you are watching on the MIAA network, we will actually have this televised for you on the network, so go ahead and stay tuned there. Of course, you can always listen all season long at newmanjets.com/listen. 95-64, the Jets win it here today. In the early going, the Jets, they were hot offensively just about the entire game. 52 points at halftime, an 8-0 run put the Jets in front early. 11-2 run for the Jets over 2 minutes put them in front 25-15. Sterling cut it back a little bit, but the Jets got a little late burst going into the halftime. They led 52-39. Sterling College never really trended much lower than 9 points in the second half, and the Jets eventually got on a big roll and put the Warriors away very comfortably and convincingly in the second. But even though there were a lot of positive things to talk about, I know Coach Allen will have some things that definitely need to get corrected, particularly rebounding and allowing some second chance opportunities in this one, Bernie.
Yeah, this is a game on paper you're supposed to win, and everybody can get involved. And Newman came out and handled their business, and they need to clean it up. They got to do a better job of boxing out on the defensive end and taking care of the basketball. But that's what these preseason games are all about, and try and clean it up and get your act together when you get into tough MIAA.
This is the Eck Agency postgame show. Trust Eck Agency with all of your insurance needs, offering personal and commercial insurance for over 50 years. Eck Agency is your local independent agent, offering you customized coverage at an affordable price. Serving the entire state of Kansas since 1971. Call Eck Agency today for all of your insurance needs. 316-303-1330. Online at eck.net. Eck Agency, a trusted choice independent insurance agent. Another inductee in the booster category for the Newman Athletics Hall of Fame in the class of 2023. Eck Agency. Very much appreciate everything that you guys have done during your time as a booster and supporter of Newman Athletics. When we come back, we'll have the NUJetsGear.com post-game stats. The Jets win it here today, 95-64 on the Newman Jets Audio Network.
Hey, boss, the backhoe was stolen from the Valley job.
Great.
And our computers were hacked last night, and they got some of our clients' information.
Seriously?
And your wife called. She said the dead tree you were supposed to tear down fell on your neighbor's roof.
What am I going to do?
I'd call Eck Agency. They're great at providing insurance solutions to protect your business, work comp, home, and autos before these things happen. Call or text Eck Agency at 316-303-1905 or visit eckagency.com.
Hi, this is the voice of the Jets, Blake Cripps. Join me each week during the season for the JetCast, your weekly look inside Newman University athletics. Each week during the season, I'll talk with Jet coaches and players. We'll look at what happened last week with the Navy and Red and preview that week's action for all 18 of NU's varsity sports. Listen to the JetCast Wednesdays each week during the season on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and TuneIn, or online at newmanjets.com/podcasts.
Back here at Fugate Gymnasium, the Jets win it here today, 95-64. We were set to give you the stats, but Ian Lee is here, and so we are going to go ahead and get him done. Ian Lee today with a perfect night at the office, 8 for 8, 4 for 4, 22 points, one off of a career high, and we'll sit down here with Ian and bring him on here. Ian, I don't know if you realize this, but you actually set a Newman record tonight. Most field goals made in a game without missing. 8. You passed 3 other Jets here today, so congratulations on that. I know you're more enthused about how you guys played offensively in this one. Let's see, I'm not getting that mic coming on. Let's try that again here, Ian. Hello. Yeah, that is better. Okay, now we got you. Congratulations. Boy, offensively, you had to be feeling like it was really flowing for you tonight.
Yeah, today I just let the game come to me. I think the fact that I went perfect from the field speaks more to my teammates' ability to find me and put me in a position to, not have to force shots, not have to, put up bad shots and find me in areas where I can, just put it in.
Yeah, we talked about that. You let the game come to you, and like I said, you were wide open, didn't have to force anything. Did a solid job out there, so you got to feel good about your performance.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, once again, didn't have to force anything. Offense was a key coming in today. We struggled a little bit last weekend, so it's good to see that we have the firepower, which we know we had. Good to see us put it into use. What we're more focused on after this game are rebounds and defense.
And looking at how you guys split it around, 5 different Jets scored in double figures for you guys today. How nice was it to get so many different Jets involved in the offense?
It's great to see. That's exactly what I want to see. First game at home, the crowd's going into it. A lot of freshmen first college game at home, so it's great to see them get involved, them getting their confidence up, and, seeing the leaders lead, everything coming together.
Yeah, talk about the team chemistry and stuff. I noticed, I was telling Blake just on the bench and the body language on the court and stuff, it's early on, but I think there's a little difference. I think it'll make a big difference, too, when everybody's on the same page. And I just thought the body language out there on the floor was a lot better than it has been, and then talk about that a little bit.
Yes, sir. Chemistry is one of, if not the most important thing coming into this year with having 14 new guys. I don't know the exact number, but
it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. So it's the most important thing. We got to keep it together. Got to be cohesive, keep building that chemistry, and hopefully, peaking when it matters, January, February, March.
What I want to ask you is your last question. You guys are going to make a trip down a place that I have been quite a few times, a place that Coach Allen has been a lot of times, as he started sharing the old war stories about Dallas Baptist and Newman from the old days in the Heartland Conference. That was a tough rivalry for the Jets over the years.
Yes, sir.
How far have you guys gotten into that process, getting ready for DBU?
Tomorrow, right after today, tonight even. I know Coach is going to go home. He's going to watch film. He's going to prep. We're going to prepare. Get right back to practice tomorrow. Prepare for DBU. I know it's going to be a great atmosphere, and we're all excited. Just want to get better. It's a great test for us.
It is a homecoming game for Dallas Baptist, so that's going to be a major atmosphere at the Berg Center. That is a 6 o'clock tip-off on the road. You can watch that game on the Lone Star Conference Network, so that is the plan to watch them. Jets will be back here on the Audio Network on Tuesday for one tune-up before Thanksgiving, and then they play again on Saturday. That game will be immediately following the women's coverage. We'll have that for you on Tuesday, though, on the Newman Jets Audio Network. Ian Lee, record is set tonight at 1 point off of a career high. Congratulations. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ian Lee on the show. You can go ahead and set that down. We'll change the camera over there, and then we'll bring in Coach Allen whenever he is ready. And thank you, Ian. Appreciate it. And then while Coach is sitting down here, we'll go ahead and give you the read for this and the post-game thoughts of the head coach. As they are each and every week, Postgame Thoughts of Head Coach are brought to you by Eck Agency. Whether it's insurance for your home, business, health, or life, Eck's got you covered at Eck.net. And we're here with the victorious head coach, R.J. Allen, after the Jets beat Sterling College 95-64. Well, Coach, I know one of the big things that you wanted to emphasize was getting the offense turned around from Southwest Minnesota State. And, boy, 5 guys in double figures. You definitely did that in a big way, especially that first half in which you guys shot 61% from the field.
Yeah, we did. I thought we did a good job of getting out in transition, trying to create some possessions. I think one thing with this team is like tempo. I think we have the ability to play a little faster. I think with that, I look at the stat sheet. I saw we turned it over 15 times. We talked about that yesterday in practice. Is just one area right now when you're playing faster, just taking care of the ball. If we can do that better, you have more opportunities to score the basketball, then you can be very, very difficult to defend.
Yeah, I think you got a good balance. You start off kind of an inside out. You got some dribble penetration. Ian Lee hitting shots early on, right into his rhythm, and just thought there was a good balance out there as offensively going inside out, and like the makeup of your team, athleticism, and I think you can do multiple things on the offensive end.
Yeah, I think that's coming into this year. I thought that was one thing that we feel like we needed to address. We just get longer and more athletic, especially on the perimeter, and we've done that and got a couple kids that allow us to try to get out and try to have our defense create some offense for us where we're out in passing lanes and getting deflections and things of that nature to try to play in transition. And then, throwing the ball inside is always going to be a key component for us. So I thought we did that early, was establish a post presence and just try to go from there.
Ian Lee set an all-time record for you guys tonight. He passed Shamar Clay. I don't remember the second name. Joel Boyce was the last to do it. He is now the all-time leader in made field goals in a game without missing at 8 for 8. Ian Lee has not been as big of a part of the offense this season in the first 2 games as last season, but I know he was one off of his career high today. So what did he see in the increased playing time he had tonight that really got him going offensively?
You're like a stat guru, man.
Yeah, we put a lot of time in the offseason to get that one, that's for sure.
That's impressive. Well done, Blake. He played well tonight. He made some shots. We got some guys banged up and didn't play tonight, and it was next man up mentality. And the nice part about that is like the next man is a kid that started for you for the last 2 years, and he's been a great teammate. He's accepted his role. He brings it every single day in practice. So none of us were surprised of what he did. It's just good to see a kid be rewarded for just being a great teammate and believing and trusting what we're telling him.
Obviously, one thing that Ian talked about, and one thing I know that you talked about, something that Bernie and I talked about a lot during the broadcast, was obviously the rebounding, -7, and you give up 21 offensive boards today to Sterling. What were the issues, and was there a common issue in terms of why the rebounding was maybe not at the standard that you have for this program?
Yeah, it was just odd tonight. I don't really have pinpointed a reason. Obviously, I got to go watch the film, but coming into this night, you go to Claremore and Southwest and Concordia, and then you play 2 exhibitions, Wichita State and Missouri State. I thought we rebounded better in those games than we did tonight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. That's my job to go back to the film and figure it out and try to figure out why we're giving up so many second chance opportunities.
I think some of that is, as your opponent too, knowing that Sterling had a new coach and things like that. Maybe they were taking a little bit for granted that, hey, it was just going to happen, but you got to put a body on somebody and go get it. But hey, talk about your freshmen too. I thought you got some good new players in here, but I really, really like my son coaches up in that league, and he said, hey,
he's talking about Summer Hall.
Yeah, Sam's a good player.
Oh man,
Sam's a good player. He's St. James Academy, coached by Stan Dom, a Newman alum who played for Coach Potter here, and he's a phenomenal kid, but he's a heck of a player.
College ready.
Yeah.
Body.
No, he's got a good body. He's athletic. He's long. Plays extremely hard. Comes from a great program. So, I think the people at Newman will enjoy watching him to play for some time.
Like to see that Jet pipeline, that's for sure. Last question for you. This is, you'd say that I'm a stat geek or nerd or whatever. Guru. They guru. I didn't say. And nerd, I don't necessarily take it as a slight either. Okay. But, you and I, we're the only old dogs left from the Heartland Conference. Yeah, I just wanted to know if you had started or will you start about these big-time battles that you've had with Dallas Baptist over the years, and so many of those games were tough. Coach Flickner's teams were always tough. They were hard on the Jets, but you won the last two, and they were big ones at the time in the regional rankings to give you a shot to make the NCAA tournament, but you've won the last two. But, boy, there have been a lot of really exciting matchups between the Patriots and the Jets over the years, so this will be kind of a walk down memory lane for you on Saturday.
Yeah, just me. None of these other guys don't understand. They don't have a clue. We haven't talked much about it. I know.
So I really like Coach Stang walk through here. Hey, have a good one.
Watch your foot.
Yeah, watch.
Yep, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Coach. But it's it's like it's kind of a taste of the past. Almost.
Yeah, it is, and I think probably you and I probably enjoy it the most. But
we enjoy it from afar. But
yeah, that's right. They're good. Coach Flickner has always done a great job. I have a lot of respect for them and their program. It's going to be a dogfight. We knew that when we scheduled the game. I want to see where we're at, and I feel like that is a MIAA type team. That they're going to be physical. They're experienced. They play fast. They've played a really good schedule thus far, so they're battle tested. It'll be good for us. It'll be good for us to kind of see where we are before we get into league play.
I know you don't take scheduling requests, but man, I'd love to see them get a return trip up here to Wichita. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be a tough matchup. It is their homecoming, as I mentioned, 6 o'clock on Saturday. You can watch that game on the Lone Star Conference Network. Newman and Dallas Baptist, the renewal of an old Heartland Conference rivalry, and then the Jets are back at home on Tuesday as part of a cross doubleheader for the men and the women. The women will start at 5:30. The men in non-conference action coming up on Tuesday just before Thanksgiving. One more game on Saturday after Thanksgiving. Final tune-ups for the Jets before the MIAA conference play. And so you can watch the Jets on Saturday, listen again on Tuesday, and watch, of course, and come back out to the gym here, PK Gymnasium, on Tuesday on the Newman Jets Audio Network. We'll have that one covered for you. Coach, have a safe trip down to Dallas. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks, guys.
R.J. Allen, head coach for the Jets, with a 1-0 start to the season at home here in Wichita. Let's run down the final stats for you here as the Jets get 5 in double figures. 5 Jets with 10-plus points for the first time since last season, the second to last game. They had 6 in double figures against Lincoln on February 24th. 22 points for Ian Lee led the Jets. The Jets 36 of 66 from the field, 55%. Sterling shot 32% from the field in the game. Jets 11 for 17. That was from the three-point line, 65%. Sterling just 2 of 18. Big difference in the game. Sterling 14 of 22 from the free throw line. Newman was 12 for 17. Jets, as we mentioned, -7 on the glass, though not good. 7 assists, 17 turnovers for Sterling. 19 assists, 15 turnovers for Newman. 11 steals for the Jets. 8 steals for Sterling. 5 blocked shots for Newman in the game. They did go back. So Summerhalder does have a blocked shot now, so that is good. They did get that fixed. Newman won the first half 52-39. Newman won the second half 43-25. Biggest lead of the game, Sterling had a 3-point lead in the first. Newman led by 31 near the end and at the end of regulation. Biggest scoring run, 6-4 Sterling in the first. Newman scored 8 in a row in the first. 2 lead changes, 2 ties. Time with the lead. Newman led 37 minutes and 40 seconds. Points off turnovers, 29-15 Jets. Points in the paint, there were a bunch of them, 50-40 in favor of Newman. Second chance points, 18-10. Sterling, fast break points, all Jets, 31-8. Bench scoring 48-34. Newman wins it here today by the final of 95-64. Last piece of business as we remind you that Newman Jets basketball is once again brought to you by iCryo. We'll check our Big Corner Creative Scoreboard. They design marketing that helps you make money. There was some other action inside the MIAA today, and it looks like most of the games have gone final. Washburn beats William Jewell today, 70-63. That's a men's score. Northeastern State hangs 128 on Bacone College, 128-42 down in Tahlequah. So that was lopsided, to say the least. Looks like Northeastern State, the women were playing earlier today, but that is not updated on the scoreboard as of right now. We fight this thing every single year. Emporia State beat Rockhurst 66-64. Rogers State over Drury 85-71. 87-41. This is a women's final. Northeastern State beat Kansas Christian. Central Missouri goes over the century mark over Evangel 102-49. Evangel, of course, as you know, Bernie, out of Springfield, Missouri. They'll be joining the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference next year as the 14th member, so that'll level out the scheduling in the KCAC. Another Missouri school joining, I think the second one behind Avila. Missouri Western beat Truman 81-72. That was the renewal of an old MIAA rivalry before Truman, of course, whimpered off to the GLVC. So, next up for the Sterling College Warriors, they are into KCAC play coming up on Saturday against Tabor. Newman will be down at Dallas Baptist. Watch that game on the Lone Star Conference Network, 6 o'clock for the tip-off against the Patriots. That's one of the games I wish I was going to this year, but I'm not. But that will be fun to see how the Jets and Patriots shake out after all those years of battles in the Heartland Conference. Next up for Newman, it'll be a Tuesday date with another KCAC foe, Tabor at home on Tuesday the 22nd, 7:30 tip-off. The women are playing earlier, so we'll have that game for you. It's a doubleheader, a cross doubleheader, as the Jets women are not playing Tabor. It'll be a different opponent for them. So 5:30 for the tip-off for the women, and the men will follow. We'll have the coverage for you, of course, with our Ascension Via Christi flight to First Serve coming up at 5:15 next week on Tuesday, right here on the Newman Jets Audio Network. Coach, very excited to be back here with the guy. I don't know what year this is. Since 2013-14, we've been doing these games on the radio and now the audio network, and great to be back with you here for one more year. And I know that even though there were some deficiencies, a lot of positives as well for the Newman Jets here tonight.
Yeah, they came here and took care of business the way they're supposed to. This is the game they should have won on paper, and everybody got to get involved. Ian Lee setting a career record here, and it's all about getting the W. And like I said, there's some things they got to clean up, for the future. But all in all, take a W anytime you can get it.
Coach, we'll see you next week. Appreciate it very much. Once again, the Jets win it here today, 95-64 over Sterling College. The technical director of the Newman Jets Audio Network is Icer Vaughn. I'm Blake Cripps saying good night from Fugate Gymnasium in Wichita, in the air capital of the world.